So it means it can vary, and then it able to vary, and it can boleh berubah-ubah. Okay, so that's why people call it variables. So what does it mean by variable? So when you ask a person, okay, when you ask your respondent, people who involved in your survey, they are going to give you different feedback and responses. Okay, so it's not going to be the same answer for everyone. So if they have the same answer, let's say you ask 100 people and they give you the same answer, is no longer variable. That one is actually, we call it as fixed value, right? So, for example, if I ask all of you, where do you study now, right? So you will answer UTM. So it's going to be the same answer for everyone. So that one is not variable, right? So variable, for example, if I ask someone, what is actually your hobby? So person A will answer reading. Traveling, person B will answer traveling. Person C will say watching Netflix, for example, right? Watching movie. So the answer will be different. Even maybe some of them going to have the same answer, but at least it varies. Okay, so I can get different answers from different people. Okay, so that's what we call it as variable. Okay, can you give me other example that we can call variable? Apa contoh lagi variable? Kalau you tanya someone, they will give us different answers.
Height.
Height, yeah, very good, height. Sebab tak semua orang mempunyai tinggi yang sama. Yeah, very good. Okay, next one. Okay, so age, yeah, very true indeed. Age, you all sebenarnya kan, saya ni kena adjust mata saya bila nak tengok screen. Birth date, yeah, good, okay. Favorite food, yeah, job, income, age, yeah, good, alright. Weight, yeah, address, yeah, okay. Okay, you only nampak je tengah pause okay. Baguslah korang ni. Saya ni kadang dah adjust. Even I have actually, I prefer to conduct my classes dekat my office ni sebab the screen is much bigger compared to my laptop. Bila saya mengajar pakai laptop memang saya tak berapa nampak. So this one pun walaupun dah besar pun kena adjust sikit. Right. So, okay, very good. So, according to your answers just now, ada yang orang cakap favorite food lah, ada yang kata age, weight, lepas tu and then address, okay. Those are very good example to actually explain, to define what variables are, okay. So, tetapi variables ni terbahagi kepada dua jenis, two types of variables, okay. So, or I can see it measurement, How can we measure this variable? Two ways, okay? So the first one, we call it as quantitative, right? The other one is qualitative. So quantitative is actually quantity, right? Quantity, Qualitative, actually, you can say quality, right? So this one, the variable can be grouped into two different types, okay? One, when we actually ask for quantity, and the other one, we ask for quality, right? So when we ask something for quantity, usually the answer will be in numbers, right? So the respondent will give us numeric responses, right? And then if we ask them in terms of quality, the answer shouldn't be in number. So it can be in words, it can be in sentences, and so on. So this one is number. When you have number, this one is non-numeric, no number. Right? The second one. So let me go to the first one first. Okay. So number pula, dalam mathematics, number actually we have two types of number. Satu we call it discrete, the other one we call it continuous. Okay, number discrete, what does it mean? When you don't have any decimal point, you don't have any ratios behind it, okay, after it. Okay, so it is what we call it as round number or whole number. So for example, I say, how many people in this class? So there are 65 people. So there will be no decimal, no ratios, no pecahan, and so on. So I cannot say there are 65.75 people in my class. That one is no, 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 no. Okay? So discrete, usually we can count them, right? 1, 2, 3, and so on. That's discrete. Whereas continuous number allow us to have decimal and also ratios and pecahan. So for example, I say, okay, when I look at in my pocket, when I check my pocket, I found that I only have 13 ringgit and 5 cents only. In to have decimal number. Or I can say, all right, so the temperature today is 30, okay lah, temperature yang kita selalu check bila kita pergi shopping mall ke apa. Okay, my temperature when I check through that thermometer is 36.3, right? So there is a decimal number. So that one is continuous. So kalau lah kita membayangkan nombor ni, okay, discrete is like this in dalam graph lah, dalam bentuk graph. But continuous, it will be nombor yang berterusan. That's why it is called as continuous, right? Ini discrete graph. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40 exact number. And then this one I can have 10, 20, but still here we can have in the middle of 10 and 20, right? So the other type of variables where we don't have non-numeric, okay? So for example, you all cakap tadi, contoh ialah favorite food. So I can ask, okay, katakan saya tanya one of you, okay, so what is your favorite food? Atika. And then Atika tak boleh cakap sebab apa, okay, favorite food saya ialah 28. Right? You cannot say that because it cannot be in number. So Atika akan jawab, okay, my favorite food is actually nasi ayam, nasi ayam. Alright? So nasi ayam is not in numeric form, but it is in a sentence, in a word. Alright? So itu ialah contoh data yang berbentuk when we ask for quality. And then also one of you said address. That's a very good answer, okay? Address. You cannot write, yelah ada number, okay? For example, nombor satu jalan, jalan Kemboja, something like that, you know, but it is the mixture of number and also words lah. Tapi yang itu kita tak anggap number itu sebagai nombor yang quantitative because it doesn't present for number that we can measure, that we can count, alright? So itu yang dinamakan sebagai qualitative data, qualitative variable, right? And then qualitative is divided into two parts where we can group them based on their name and or we can group them based on their rank or position or order. Okay. So for example, macam tadilah gender, gender. So gender, contohnya nama gender hanya terbagi kepada 2 dekat dunia ni. Tetapi dah ada tambah 3 sekarang ni. Okay. So we have either male or female. Ataupun you pelajar daripada universiti mana? UTM, USM, UKM, UPM, ITM. Your ITM for example, right? So itu ialah nama institusi. So we divide them based on the nama, right? Or we can categorize them based on their rank, position and order. Contohnya macam apa what should I, medal, medal dalam sukan. So we have gold, silver, and bronze. Even it is in a word, but we can rank it. Okay, based on the rank. So itu yang dinamakan sebagai ordinal. Ataupun contohnya lagi satu, setuju tak setuju, sangat tidak setuju. Contohnya, itu also ordinal data. Right? Do you guys understand? Okay, so this is how actually, guys, for your information, I don't share my slides actually, all right, in the e-learning because most of you are going to have the book, all right, especially all of you actually will have the book. So this one, exactly whatever in the book will be on the slide. So I'm not going to share with you, the slide in the e-learning, but you need to write your own nanti nota-nota apa dalam buku ini. Alright. Okay, so discrete bagi for those who want to write this one down or you want to take picture or whatever. Okay, discrete is actually contain distinct values, exact values that use round numbers. Okay, so for example, the number of people, number of chef, number of phone calls. Okay, you tak boleh cakap, oh saya dah buat sebanyak 50.1 phone calls. No such thing, eh? And then the next one is also continuous data, the one that I told you, number in continuous format. So data that cannot be counted but it can be measured. Macam tadi ialah kita boleh kira 1, 2, 3 and so on. But yang ini you need to measure it. So you have to use a measuring device. So macam kalau nak ukur apa? Ukur panjang, you guna ruler. Kalau guna weight, you kena guna weight scale and so on. Temperature, thermometer, alright? So example, temperatures, weights, heights, shoe size, and also currency. Ini ialah continuous data. And then the second type of variable, we call it as qualitative data, okay, or qualitative variable. So the first one is nominal, cannot be counted. Remember, this one, no number, is not number, so you cannot count, you cannot measure. Okay, but they can be classified or categorized, known as categorical data juga. Qualitative data ni juga dikenali sebagai categorical data. So contohnya gender, religion, nationality, colors, feelings type of jobs. The second one of qualitative data, we call it as ordinal. We categorize them in terms of ordinal. Okay, so what does it mean? So the numbers assigned represent the rank order. So it must have a certain order. But not relative size or degree or difference between the items measured. So for example, taste of food, sedap, tak sedap, and then student CGPA, so you have CGPA 4.0, and then you have 3 to 4, and then 2 to 3, and so on. Okay, so you can rank it. And even education level, also ordinal, education level. Sekolah rendah, sekolah menengah, apa lagi satu, tingkatan 6, okay, and then diploma, degree, and so on. Alright, so you put them in order. Alright, so what I would like to summarize what we have learned just now, that variables are divided into two types. One we call it as quantitative, the other one we call it as qualitative or categorical data. Okay, so untuk yang quantitative kita ada discrete and continuous, and then for the qualitative part we have nominal and ordinal. Okay. Right, for your information, for our quiz, I will give you the first quiz a week after next week. So it's going to be your first quiz lah. Dan quiz ni it won't take that long, alright? So quiz ni kita akan buat setiap hari Rabu, iaitu jam 9 hingga 10. So it won't take that long, okay? Just 10 minutes for you to do the quiz. So I will decide whether the quiz will be the written quiz or it's going to be online quiz, the objective ke whatever. So I will let you know. But the quiz only asks you regarding the concept and also the theories. Okay, so there will be no calculation at all in your quiz, except if I ask you to calculate something, you can even use your fingers to calculate. You don't even need a calculator to calculate a very simple mathematics. Okay. But for your test will cover all the calculation part. Okay. Where you need to calculate, that's the reason you need to use a calculator for your test. But for your quiz, it's only concept and theories. Right. So this is one of the examples of your quiz question. So for example, I want you to give me example of quantitative variable and qualitative variable, for example. Yeah. Okay, is everybody okay? Okay ke tidak? Hampa ni tak tahulah.
Ya, doktor.
Duk senyap, saya lagi duk tidur aje. Okay. All right. One of the things that you need to do for your chapter 1 in your in your FYP is actually research question. Oh, kejap saya rasa I would like to explain something. Did I tell you the chapters in ni? Chapters. Okay. So basically, the format of AHIPS format and also AHIPS lah. AHIPS format for FYP contains, 5 chapters, main chapters. One, we call it introduction. Second is literature review. The third one, we have methodology. And then fourth, data analysis. Five, conclusion. Okay. So ini basically chapter dekat dalam you punya FYP yang you kena tulis nanti. So untuk yang pertama, introduction, you sebenarnya you akan belajar dalam kelas research methodology. Okay. And then methodology and also data analysis, ini yang you belajar sekarang dalam kelas ni. Business statistics, right? This is what happened, alright? So katakan you punya introduction dan juga you punya literature review not really correct and also you need to make some correction, it will be okay. Right? Maksudnya kalau nanti bila you bentangkan during your Viva, okay, mungkin ramai yang tak tahu apa itu Viva. Okay, Viva ialah di mana kita beri pelajar about 10 to 20 minutes actually for you to present kepada dua panel examiner untuk you punya FYP, right? So I guess during your time, since the MCO is now starting from 1st April, dah okay. So most probably your Viva will be face to face, okay? Yang untuk yang for the past 2 years ni during the MCO memang pelajar dia present online. But I rasa for your time nanti the Viva tu face to face, right? So selalunya untuk masa Viva ni kita ada 2 examiners, right? So examiners ni siapa? Mereka ialah lecturer yang dipilih, yang dipilih untuk menjadi panel penilai anda, right? So untuk introduction dan juga literature review, kalau panel kata not really okay, it's easy for you untuk buat correction, sebab you kena tambah apa yang tidak cukup. But when it comes to methodology, kaedah yang you nak gunakan untuk data analysis dan membuat research you, right? So this one, sorry, methodology also you learn from research method and statistic, okay? Dan cara you menganalisa data is wrong, so it means that it's going to have a major correction. Sebab bila kat sini tak okay, sini tak okay, maka basically kat sini juga tidak okay, tak betul. So 3 out of 5 chapters are not okay. So it means that it's going to have a major correction. So that's the purpose of this class, is actually to guide you how to conduct your data analysis for your FYP in order for you to avoid, okay, having major correction, okay, for your FYP. Understand ke? Okay, hopefully understand lah. Alright. Okay, so in chapter 1, you need to write your research question. Okay, in chapter 1. So this is example of research question that you need to write in your chapter 1. But research question, ni ada 3 contoh. But it's not just simply write it. You need to understand the concept of statistical terms and also statistic punya concept. Alright. So for example, I would like to kaji how are sales related to marketing expenditures, right? So you need to identify in this sentence which one is actually the variables. Can you tell me? Mana yang variable? Hello? Anybody home? Hui. Bagi tahu saya, mana variable Hui?
Sales.
Huh? Sorry?
Sales.
Sales. Okay, good. Okay, enough. Okay, I want somebody else. Okay. Ada lagi tak? Ihsan?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, which one is a variable?
The blood pressure.
No, I'm talking about this number 1 first.
Oh, okay.
Wah, cepat
Marketing
sangat
expenditure.
itu.
Okay.
Mana?
Marketing expenditure.
Yes, expenditures, marketing expenditures, okay? So I circle this one. Very good, guys. So you already understand the concept of variables. Okay, sales. Is it data quanti or quali? Starting from today, I'm going to call quantitative as quanti, qualitative as quali. Right, so sales, is it quanti or quali? What do you think? Kaisa,
Quantitative.
sorry? Quanti or quali?
Quanti.
Quanti, okay, good. Right. So we already know sales is quanti. But which quanti? Betul ke ni? Kurti. Kurti. Is it?
Yes, Doctor. Kirti.
Okay. Huh?
Kirti.
Saya dah belajar banyak kali. Itu pun saya boleh. Apa?
Kirti.
Kirti.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Kirti. Nanti betulkan saya selalu tahu. So I'm learning. Okay, I'm learning. Alright. Okay. Kirti. Alright. So is it quanti, discrete or continuous?
Continuous.
Continuous. Why is it continuous?
Because sales has lot of decimals or
Yes,
even
correct.
fraction.
Yeah, I know. You good. Okay. Alright, thank you.
Doctor.
Okay. So how about expenditures? Is it quanti or quali? Mason.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. Expenditures. Is it quanti or quali?
Quantitative.
Quanti. Alright. Okay, so and then who else? Ramla. Ramla lagi kena. Nama yang saya
Yes,
ingat.
Doctor.
Okay, kuanti apa ni Ramla?
Continuous.
Continuous. Kenapa continuous?
Because it has decimal.
Ya, dia kena ada decimal number. Very good. Okay. So let's move on to the second one. Okay. Does diastolic blood pressure increase with body weight? Akila, the first, where, yang mana ialah variable?
Blood pressure.
Okay, blood pressure. Good. Alright. Alright. Ada lagi tak? Kita punya ni. Okay. Jing Chen. Ong Jin Chen.
Body weight.
Body weight. Very good. Alright. Thank you. Right. So, okay, let's go to blood pressure. Priyanka. Priyanka, is it quanti or quali?
Quanti, doctor.
Quanti. Okay, good. Nurul Hasya.
Doctor,
Quanti apa ni?
continuous.
Continuous. Alright, good. Alright, so how about body weight? What do you think? Shafizawati. Body weight, is it quanti or quali? Shafizawati, are you there? Okay.
Yes, doctor.
Quanti ke quali ya? Ingat kan tidur dah. Okay. Quanti ke
No,
quali
no.
body weight?
Quanti.
Quanti, good. Zulaika, quanti apa ni?
Continuous, doctor.
Very good. Okay, continuous. All right. So next one, number 3. Shafika, can you tell me the variable?
Salary.
Okay, salary. Okay, thank you. Right, next one. Yonisa.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, can you tell me any other variables in number 3?
Years of work experience.
Okay, years of work, right? Yeah, just years of work experience. Okay. Anything else, Joey?
Education.
Education, yeah, good. Right, okay. So, do we have anything else? Ada siapa lagi? Saraswati? Sarah? What do you think?
Types of position.
Sorry?
Types of position.
Type of position, yes. Okay, anything else? Do we have anything else? Yes or no? Nadiatul? Nadiatul Ashira? Okay, senyap sunyi. Alif?
Job seniority, doctor.
Seniority, yes. Okay, so all together, okay, actually in this research question, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All together, we have 5 variables, okay? So, salary, can someone tell me whether it's quanti or quali? Hasif?
It's quantitative.
Quanti, all right, good. All right, Mawada, is it quanti apa ni? Salary.
Continuous, doctor.
Very good. Okay, continuous. Okay. Zaki, education, is it quanti or quali?
Quali, doctor.
Oh, very good. This is the first time we got quali here. All right, and then Winnie, Liang Winnie, what do you think is quali? Which one? Is it nominal or ordinal?
Ordinal.
Ordinal, yes, good. Why is it ordinal, Winnie? Can you tell me?
Maybe because high education
Sorry?
and
I can hardly hear you.
can you hear me?
Yeah, why is it ordinal? Yeah.
Maybe the level of education.
Okay. Just like what I mentioned before, we have starting from, like kindergarten, primary school, and so on. So it has different levels, all right? Okay, good. All right. Years of work experience. When join? When join?
20.
20, good. Right? And then Ziling, what do you think? 21. Ziling, are you there? Okay.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Years of work experience. This one quanti, but which quanti? Is it continuous or discrete?
Continuous.
Continuous, okay. And then the next one is job seniority. Gusti. Okay, what do you think? Job seniority, is it quanti or quali?
Kuali, dokter.
Quali. Okay, all right. I accept that answer. Quali, very good. Okay, which quali is this one? Can somebody tell me? Fakrun.
Dokter.
Job seniority. Kuali apa? Kuali masak ke kuali goreng?
I think
Nominal ke ordinal?
nominal.
Nominal. Saya tak nampak nominal. Kenapa? Kenapa nominal? Okey, tak apa. Kenapa you rasa nominal? Seniority ni dia macam ikut seniority daripada junior, kerja 10 tahun. So, what do you think? Oh, Fakrun.
Ya, doktor, ya.
Apa? Ish, hang ni kat mana? Fakrun orang mana Fakrun?
Ini apa?
Ha?
Kedah.
Oh, Kedah. Wah, hantar habak. Ni habak mai habak ni. Yang seniority ni apa? You jawab tadi, saya tadi you jawab apa?
Nominal.
Nominal. So, saya rasa dia bukannya lebih kepada nominal. Tetapi apa?
Lebih kepada apa? Dominal.
Dia apa?
Dia lebih kepada dominal.
Ordinal.
Ordinal.
Ordinal. Kenapa dia ordinal? Why did I say it is more ordinal? Abang Mai? Ni Kedah tentang mana ni?
Bagi apa? Jitra.
Oh, awal Jitra. Saya kampung Penang, hantau tak?
Kata.
Okay, so ordinal. Kenapa? Kenapa Fakrun? Kenapa lebih kepada ordinal? Okay, anyone?
Sebab dia apa? Ada tingkat-tingkat.
Betul ya. Dia ni sebab dia kan daripada kadang kita kan tulis daripada junior, dia kerja, baru kerja, lepas tu dia ada 5 tahun, 10 tahun, let's say 11 hingga 20, and then senior, something like that, alright? So that's the reason kita gunakan ordinal. Okay, thank you Fakrun. Han jangan duduk tidur, buka mata. Alright, so next one. Arif. Type of position. What do you think, Arif?
Kuali, doktor.
Kuali. Thank you, Arif. Alright. Alifa. Kuali apa? Alifa?
Hello, doktor dengar tak?
Dengar.
Okay,
Suara you
ordinal.
merdu, jangan takut. Saya dengar punya. Okay.
Ordinal, doktor.
Ordinal. Ini terbalik daripada Fakrun tadi. Type of position ni maksudnya nama jawatan dia. Okay, apa jenis jawatan. So what
Okay,
do you
nominal.
think?
I thought it's based on position. Sorry, doktor.
Tak apa. It's okay. We are learning. Okay, so faham tak? So maksudnya dia lebih kepada jenis dia punya jawatan. Katakan supervisor, lepas tu dia pekerja ni ke, production. So what the answer should be?
Nominal.
Nominal. All right, great. Thank you so much. Okay, people. So I really hope that what I can see, actually, you already understand the concept of type of variables. So when we need to call it as quantitative data, when can we call it as qualitative data? And remember that quanti and quali, for quantitative, we have discrete and continuous, and for qualitative, we have nominal and ordinal data. All right. Okay, I already discussed this one, sources of data. So we have from experiment, observation, census, survey, and also we can get our data from a secondary sources, like from the websites, journal articles, newspaper, and also reports. Okay. All right, so this one we are going to do on Wednesday, sample of questionnaire. So I will share with you the questionnaire in the WhatsApp group. At least you can see, since you don't have the book yet. So I will share it in the group. Okay. All right. So and this is also we are going to do it again. Don't worry. Okay, in our next chapter. So for the variable, so what type of plots and also graph suitable for this type of variable? So for example, discrete, we can use graph, stem plot, time series, and also table. And then for continuous, okay, we can use graph, histogram, box plot, ordinal, and nominal. For qualitative, if you can see, they can use only limited plots. So only bar chart, pie chart, and also frequency table. This one is for, quali. This one for quanti. Right? So this is the charts, if you can see. So this is what we call it as bar chart. Okay? And this one we call it as histogram. Okay, what is the difference between bar chart and histogram? Anyone? Can anyone tell me? Afka.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, what is the difference between bar chart and histogram?
Basket macam lagi mudah untuk hitungan dokter.
Okay,
Untuk kuanti.
Okay. Histogram?
Histogram untuk macam umur. Lepas tu satunya misal male or female gender untuk X dan Y-nya dokter. Horizontal and diagonal.
Okay, people, the difference between bar chart and histogram, bar chart can only be used for qualitative. Okay, that's the reason it divide into different categories, right? You cannot dekat-dekatkan male and female. So there is a gap between the categories. But for the histogram, if you can see, it just goes on and on, all right? So this is what we call it as continuous variable. Okay, so continuous certainly is quantitative, right? So that's the difference between histogram and bar chart. So make sure you use the right charts and plots for your data analysis, right? So data analysis is very important in order to solve some business problems. So this is one of the example that I can share with you, right? and then how actually the data analytic nowadays become very important in order to make a very good decision, right? So, right, people, so this is what you need to do, all right? I would like you to divide yourself with not more, okay? Kejap, Sat. All right. So I think 5, okay, 60. Right. Saya rasa lebih baik 4 lah. Okay. Sebab kalau 5 people too many in a group. Right. So you can divide yourself, not more than 4 people. I think 4 people will be the maximum. But you can also do between 2 people, 3 people, but maximum is 4 people. So how to start? Starting from today, you need to think of a very interesting research topic. So the research topic, I want you to find something that is a fun topic. So because ini bukannya yang kita nak menyelesaikan masalah dunia, but I would just nak you just to know the concept of doing a survey, and then I want you to enjoy doing what you are doing. Okay. So for example, just katakan your group is only among the girls. Okay. So contohnya brand yang diminati oleh generasi muda sekarang, for example, and then type of online shopping yang banyak yang efektif buat masa ini contohnya. So I would like you just get one interesting research topic where you need to let me know, dan kita akan bincangkan nanti pada hari Rabu. Okay? Sama ada you punya topik tu okay ke tidak. Right. So what are your research question? So what do you actually want to solve? Contohnya untuk mengenal pasti, for example, berapakah berapa peratuskah generasi muda yang suka kepada online shopping. So for example, so you can just list down 3 to 5 questions that you can solve daripada you punya topic. And then I also want you to do plan of your study, where you want to do it, the location, is it and then who will be your respondents, your study objects, and then when the timeline, when actually you want to do it, and how to begin. Do you need any consent letter or proposal? You need to propose to someone. Let's say you want to do it in somewhere, in a company, in an organization. Do you need a consent letter or propose a certain proposal need to be submitted to that company, right? So I want you to think about this one. So, but this slide I'm going to share in the group, all right? And then this one will be later, okay? So we'll talk about this one more on Wednesday in terms of how to collect your data. Remember, we have 4 ways of doing it. Is it doing using observation, experiment, census or survey? What is the research instrument? So do you want to use questionnaire test and also psychometric test? What are the variables? Okay, just answer what you have learned today for a time being. But as we go along, you will understand more and you can, edit your answer afterwards, right? So what are the questions to be included in the questionnaire? And then what are the suitable descriptive statistics, right? So this one, we will talk more about it, okay? In our next class meeting. Right, so then what? Submit your 5 pages report on 15 April 2022 before 5 p.m. Right? So that will be your first assignment that you need to submit. And then late submission is not accepted no matter what your excuses are. If you can ask your seniors, I'm very, very strict person. Okay, saya tidak bertolak ansur dengan kelewatan because I would like to actually train you to be a very, apa orang kata, punctual person. Bila kita bekerja, kalau you tidak punctual, people won't respect you at all. Okay, right, that's all for today. Do you want to ask anything else?
Doctor, regarding the grouping, right, for
Yeah.
the members, last time, last Sunday, doctor mentioned that the grouping should be 5 members. I think some of us have already.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Kalau itulah bila saya fikir actually bila 5 takut ada yang free rider. Okay, so but if you think 5 is okay, yeah, just go ahead.
Okay, thank you, doctor.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, anyone else? Okay. If you don't have any question, okay, so what did I do? Mana dah hilang. Ada siapa? Sorry. Okay. So, if you don't have any other questions, cakap 2 jam, tak berhenti. Okay, if you don't have any other questions, you may leave our class today and I'll see you again on Wednesday. All right? So, okay, thank